Alrighty, in 3, 2.
Hello, D-Gens, and happy eve of the 2025 NFL season. I'm the Money Train Noah. Yes, that's right. I'm doing the intro this time. With me, as always, the perfect one, AJ. We are here to break down our picks, our predictions for NFL Week 1. Going to be doing a little bit different. Week 1, a little rapid fire in the NFL, and then we'll be coming at you hot with our college football slate for Week 2. AJ, how you doing on this last day before the NFL season gets into full gear?
It's like my body knows that we are about to go back into the full swing of NFL and everything, because I suddenly just I got sick yesterday, dude. I don't know what it was. I've been pretty healthy. I've been traveling a little bit, but got home, I'm a little sick, and I think my body just knows we need to be getting ready. When Thursday hits, we need to go full sprinting through the Super Bowl, and then that leads us into March Madness. Noah, I am beyond stoked right now. I cannot, I cannot, there we go with the sick brain. I cannot express enough how excited I am for NFL tomorrow, Eagles, Cowboys, and then Friday night in Brazil, we get some Chiefs and Chargers action, a full day of college football on Saturday, and then sit back, relax, open that beer at 10 a.m. and enjoy a full slate of NFL football on Sunday. We are all the way back, bro.
Hell yes. And it feels like just yesterday I was taking off half a day at work so that we could bust our asses to Casey Jones to watch the Packers and Eagles play on Friday night in Sao Paulo.
That was awesome.
I'm over the moon. NFL's back. It's a great fucking time. I had to crank out 2 fantasy drafts that, of course, the commissioners decided they wanted to set just an hour apart from each other. So I did have some overlap where I was finishing one and also starting another. Let me tell you, my brain went through the ringer a little bit yesterday, but I think I'm happy with both teams. We'll see. Before we get into the NFL Week 1 slate, AJ, just a little bit of news. You're not surprised. I'm not super surprised by it. NFL Red Zone. The intro to NFL Red Zone, as Scott Hansen kind of broke the news, will be welcome to 7 hours of whatever coverage.
7 hours of football. Nonstop football or something like that.
Commercial free, uninterrupted in that, because yes, there will be full length commercial breaks in NFL Red Zone. Thank you, ESPN, for fucking getting your grimy hands on everything. Mainly Disney. We're going to go deeper into it. Thank you, Disney, for getting your grimy hands on everything and just ruining everything that's good in this world.
Hold on, let's pump the brakes real quick. Yes, there is a deal in place between NFL and Disney for the Red Zone, NFL, et cetera, et cetera. That deal hasn't closed yet. They have a handshake and paper signed. That doesn't mean that anything's taken place. I truly think last year, towards the end of the season, it was the NFL. And granted, it probably was an experiment for Disney or for whoever they were setting up to try to buy that asset, but to show that, hey, commercials can work. And this is just going to be more of, I think, conditioning for the NFL fans and to see, just how much they can get away with. I think that's going to be the biggest thing, is how much murder can they get away with commercials, Yeah.
You know what? Flip side of that, though, I'm not even upset, because ever since Sunday Ticket moved to YouTube TV, I have this beautiful thing I can do where I can just pick any 4 games that I want and put them all on the screen at the same damn time.
Amen, brother.
Yes, I know sometimes there's more than 4 games going on, but also there's games I don't really give a fuck about. So I can still pick the 4 games I want, put them on the screen. When one goes to commercial break, I just move the cursor over to another one so I don't have to listen to the audio from the commercial. I'm going to be A-okay. If you don't have Sunday Ticket, probably a little bit more of an impact. Maybe this will drive more people to buying the Sunday Ticket here. I don't know. We'll see.
Which, Sunday Ticket is more expensive than Red Zone. Red Zone is now included with NFL Plus if you have it. And so you don't really need to buy it on the YouTube package. But I'm with you, Noah. I'm thinking either they saw such a decline in Red Zone subscriptions because of the quad box YouTube TV allows you to do, so that you can just follow, your fantasy players. You can just follow the couple of teams you want, or just divisional teams. You don't have to go through all the bullshit, and you can actually watch the full game instead of, just getting the good bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, and I even go a step. I mean, I go even a step farther than just the quad box of Sunday Ticket
Oh,
because
same.
I've also got my second TV going with whatever games on CBS or Fox, because those unfortunately get blacked out on Sunday Ticket, but that's fine because that gets its own TV, and then I got the quad box, so I got 5 games going at once.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be okay. But yeah, a little bit of a disappointment, not a huge surprise.
No, and I mean, Red Zone is always that nice thing. Like, if it's just a shithole of games that weekend, maybe you just throw it on to have a good day, or you take that to be a day, go to brunch or something. So the morning, and then you can catch the afternoon. But I mean, overall, like, I get the hype behind Red Zone. I was never really a watcher of Red Zone or used Red Zone a lot. Like, if I went over to a buddy's place and Red Zone was on, I'm fine with that. But really, since YouTube TV came out with this, it's like, no, I want to watch the game I want to watch. I don't want to sit here and try to give a shit about Saints and Jaguars.
Yeah, and I can't speak for everybody else. Red Zone's great for keeping track of your fantasy team.
Yeah, I would say more than anything.
But like, I know myself, like, Packers game is on. That's the only thing I'm watching for that.
Yeah, Cardinals games for me.
I get it. Whenever the Packers game isn't on, yes, I do have usually the quad box going. But anyways, life moves on. It's not the end of the world.
Are you? I don't know. This might be a hot take. I'm starting to get annoyed with Scott Hansen. Like, he's been great as the NFL Red Zone guy, but like, he's kind of starting to just overstep a little bit. And I'm not trying to like shit talk his football knowledge or anything like that. Obviously, he watches 7 hours of football every single week, like all of us do, though. But I don't know. Like, his media appearances and stuff have started to get a little too much for me. I think he needs to stick to being a one-trick pony right now.
I think he thinks a little bit that he's more of a celebrity, and maybe it's that he made him more of a celebrity than he should be. Like
the memes and stuff. Yeah, I guess.
Like, being the Red Zone guy's cool and all, right? But it's whatever. You're basically emceeing the Red Zone channel.
Like, bro, the coolest thing about you is that you don't pee for 7 hours. Like, I do find that truly impressive. I will give him credit where credit is due, but
maybe that's why they added commercials. He was complaining about not having ample time to
he was getting older. He's like, hey, listen, guys. Last year there was a couple of close calls. Maybe we can
No, but like, if you think about it, he doesn't even talk that much on Red Zone. Like, he doesn't do much other than just like,
and now we're going to Raiders Chargers. It's 4th and 7 and they're going for it in the red zone.
Not to knock the guy. I mean, that's like one of the coolest jobs you could have.
Yeah. Absolutely. Would do his job in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and he's probably getting paid more than the two of us combined. So, like,
yeah, he's doing fine. Yeah. He's doing fine. It's just getting oversaturated, but who knows? What do I know, Noah?
Maybe this will adjust things. We will see. Time will tell.
As always.
AJ, are you ready? Are you ready to get into our week 1 slate here?
Yes, and I do want to say, Noah, I'm going with a different strategy this year with my picks in the NFL. And I think I just want to vocalize it before the season starts so that we're all on the same page going forward. I'm going with a winning mentality this year. That's the strategy I'm going with. We ain't taking L's this year. Or if we are, we ain't taking a lot of L's this year, all right? Sportsbook's going to give back what they took away from baseball, and we're about to cook, Noah. I'm absolutely ready, brother.
Yeah, I'm ready to lose whatever money that I need to earn back in college basketball season that rolls around in November-ish. But no, we are all set. And again, with our picks here for week 1, I don't know if we'll continue this throughout the season or not, but we are going to be doing a little bit more of a rapid fire. We haven't really seen these teams on the field. We have talked quite a bit about a number of these teams in the offseason, so we're just going to kind of get into the nitty gritty, give you our spreads, if we got an over-under pick on that, and we're going to move through this one pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, again, not a lot to break down. We know kind of what we're going in with, and we can, speculate what we think everyone's going to do. But Doesn't mean I don't have a ridiculous amount of touchdown props this week, Noah. Let's
Yeah.
fucking go.
And if week one of college football has taught us anything, and I know college is a little bit different, but people don't know. Nobody knows shit. The experts don't know shit. You don't know shit. I don't know shit. Holy fuck! Week one, it's like
all the unders, just every under imaginable. It was unbelievable.
Well, in the ranked matchups, yeah.
Yeah, in the ranked. Sorry.
In a general sense, it's like, these teams finally take the field, and I think the NFL is a little bit more predictable because you do have more returning coaches and definitely more returning players. However, it's still like until the team in full speed, full pads, full contact takes the field, every week one, like there's people who go out there, there's teams, and you're like, oh wow, they kind of suck. They don't look good. And then there's teams that's like, what the fuck? They were supposed to be terrible. Why do they look okay?
I'm with you.
Anyways, one team that I don't think is going to look okay, whose fan base has been somehow talked into the fact that they will be okay after the biggest news of the fucking offseason that waited until less than a week before. AJ, I wasn't a part of your reaction show to this, but the Micah Parsons trade, I just got to get my 2 cents in there.
Get it.
I am over the moon. Could not be more excited. News broke while I was on my lunch break that day, and oh my God, it took every ounce of just self-restraint in my body not to call into work and just say, hey, I ain't coming back in today, and just cracking a bottle. I don't know. I'm stoked. Somehow Jerry Jones has talked the Cowboys fan base into thinking they won this trade. Beyond me how that makes sense, but...
Well, Noah, those first round picks, they could be anything, including another Micah Parsons.
Yeah. So those 2 32nd overall picks are going to do great for them. And you know what? They needed help in the run game, and they got Kenny Clark, so they're okay.
Yeah, that was key.
And I don't know if
that was really what was holding back that defense.
But if you've read Cowboys Twitter, Micah Parsons is probably the worst run defender in the entire history of the NFL. So
in the history, like, it's amazing that the Packers missed that completely.
And we gave up that much for a guy who only gets 12 sacks a year. That's crazy.
Crazy work.
Yeah. And he's got some massive back injury that he's barely going to be able to walk because of. So, and we broke our bank. It's just everything. Yeah, we were the big losers here.
Concessions about to go up, Noah.
Anyways, that being said, AJ, kicking off the season tomorrow night, Dallas at Philadelphia. I got the spread at 7.5. You got it pulled up here at 8. Shop your lines, as we always say. Philly, pretty decent favorites. I think this line jumped up a few points after the Parsons trade. Over-under sitting at 47.5. It's a banner-raising night for Philly, but don't... That apparently is foreign news to Nick Sirianni, as he was like, "What banner? No, this is a new season. We already forgot about that Super Bowl win." Love the attitude. Dallas's defense, I think, is going to look real fucking spotty, and if they overplay Saquon Barkley, they're going to get picked apart in the pass game. Only thing that makes me nervous, A.J. Brown reportedly stating that he's only at about 75%. He should be playing, but, it's kind of a high spread. But Philly at home on a banner night, I think I got to go with the Eagles here on this one.
61% of the bets and 74% of the money agree with you, Noah. And honestly, I was watching this line because I was curious about the movement as well. And it wasn't so much as the news moved the line. It was that the public moved the line betting, so heavily on the Eagles without Micah Parsons there. And so it's organic movement to me. And I think that plays in well to us. I don't. And listen, it's not just that, Micah Parsons and what he does. This has more of a ripple effect, I think, through the locker room. Like, hey, Micah Parsons was a rookie, drafted, and did all of this. Well, what about me? We saw how much of a pain in the ass you guys were with CD and with Dak. And now here you are letting Micah walk. I think that has a bigger impact on the locker room than people are letting on. Regardless, they're going to go out there and play their best. Their best ain't going to be good enough. Give me the Eagles minus the 8 on banner night. But hey, nice enough for the Eagles to let the Cowboys see a banner get raised, Noah.
I did think it was funny that Jerry Jones came out and he was like, well, he's like, if you buy into the system and the culture, he's like, Dak got paid, CD got paid, Zeke got paid. And
like
then they
day before.
Immediately the next day give DaRon Bland some ridiculous contract that he has not by any means earned, making now almost $20 million a year. Fucking DaRon Bland. Like, he had 6 pick sixes in like half a season, and then what's he done outside of that other than get burned? They got 2 cornerbacks who play the ball more aggressively than anybody else in the league and also get beat deep more than anybody else in the league. I think Hurts is going to have a great game through the air. If AJ Brown's not fully healthy and they're giving him the wide receiver one attention, Devontae Smith might have a huge game here, but I think Philly runs away with this one. I am going to take the under because 47.5 for a prime time game to open the season. Divisional matchup. I do kind of like the under in this one.
I don't blame you. I kind of like the under as well. I've just got burned so bad week 1 and 0 of the college football week. I might be taking a break from totals for a minute.
I got the false confidence. I was like, oh, week 0 killed that shit, and then week 1 was just kind of ugly.
Let me get some plus money going, Noah. Give me split bet, probably half a unit on each. Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, first touchdown of the game. I mean, I figure they're going to get it done on the ground, whether it is the non-band tush push or Saquon just hurdling over a guy into the end zone while doing a backflip and then landing on his tippy toes, right there on the line, because why not? Why not have a new Madden cover, just for injured out for the season? Shit, dude. Don't put that on him. Don't put him on that Ricky Bobby.
I didn't put him on that. It's a Madden curse. Everybody knows it. Anyways, Thursday night football, that's great. Usually you don't get to follow it up immediately with a Friday night football game, but in week 1, now that we have these Sao Paulo games, hopefully they fix their fucking field and people aren't, getting injured because of turf quality. We got another divisional matchup, Chiefs, Chargers. Chargers 3-point dogs in this one. Over-under sitting at 46.5. Where are you sitting at on this one, AJ?
So this one's interesting, Noah, from a money standpoint and a betting. And especially in the NFL, I get freaking nerdy for this stuff. 48% of the bet, 75% of the money, love Chargers plus the 3. So you are getting a significant amount more bets than the money coming in on the Chiefs. But then you go down to the money line, 84% of the bets and 94% of the money on Chiefs money line. So I think the public still has a lot of PTSD from the last couple of seasons of the Chiefs, winning but not covering. But this is Patrick Mahomes we're talking about, a fully loaded Chiefs team coming in with no injuries to really note. I know Rashee Rice is going to be injured, but, he's
suspended, right?
Suspended.
He's coming off
suspended.
Also
suspended. Yeah, he did the non-DUI driving, I think.
Oh, which he's like not even 100% healthy, so it's kind of like but doesn't really matter.
Exactly, and not something that really matters to me. I love this Chargers team, though. I love this Chargers team, but it just, it's the Chiefs. It's a divisional matchup. It's gonna be a dogfight. Give me the Chiefs minus the 3 here. I like the money line a lot more at the minus 170, to be completely honest with you. But if I'm taking a spread, I would take the Chiefs. And honestly, I'd just probably do what you do, buy it down half a point to 2.5, but why not just take the money line at that point,
Well, no, you buy it down a half point because at 2.5, you're getting it at probably minus 135 or something like that. Completely echo that. I'm also, biggest bet for me on this one is under 46.5.
Yeah, love that.
Chiefs offense, since Matt Nagy took it over, unimpressive. But you still got Spags running this defense. I think they're gonna lock down on a Chargers team that does not really have a lot of offensive weaponry. I am expecting a big season out of rookie running back Omarion Hampton, because as much as Najee Harris can say it's a superficial injury and he's not bothered by it, there's also reports that this man can't open his fucking eye. So you got one-eye Najee, who hasn't even been practicing or anything, Omarion Hampton is running back number one. I don't think Najee's hardly going to see the field this season. And I do think that injury.
Well, he can only half see the field anyway, Noah. He can only see the field half anyway, Noah. Come on. Don't lay it up like that. That's rude.
Receiver room, you bring back Keenan Allen, who's, past his peak, still had an okay season. I think he would have been better for the Bears if they had a better quarterback at the helm who could feed him the ball a little bit more. But so Keenan Allen, he's a plus for this team. They got him on a cheap veteran contract. But then after that, it's like, who the fuck is playing receiver for the Chargers? And it's Jim Harbaugh. All he's going to do is try to run the ball. I think Chargers should have a tough defense this year. And the combination of that, what Matt Nagy's done with offense since he's taken over at the Chiefs, I'm big time on the under 46.5, especially this being prime time. Completely echo you. I'm buying this down half a point, and I'm taking the Chiefs minus 2.5. I don't hate your idea of just ripping money line on this at 170 because it feels like the Chiefs should come out on top. It's a tough one.
It feels like they're going to be down by 2. They're going to need to drive down the field. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce going to do some shit. Xavier Worthy going to do some shit. Harrison Butker comes out with 1 second left on the clock and wins the game.
Could very well be, but we'll see there, AJ. And I might be going a little out of order for you here. I don't know what order you got games pulled up in or anything.
Don't worry. I'll work with it.
But I got them based on the order they were showing me in the ESPN app. So I'm going to jump right into on the Sunday slate, kicking it off with the Cardinals, your Cardinals, playing at the New Orleans Saints. We got 6.5 point spread here in favor of the Cardinals, over under at 43.5. I think this one's pretty free money personally.
I hate it when you say that. I hate it when you say that about my Cardinals, but
You also remember, was it last year or 2 years ago where I just went on
2 years ago, you went on an unreal run.
Where I was like it was like week 12 and I was like 11-1 on the Cardinals picks. And I was like, I know exactly. I'm like, I know your team better than I know any other team for whatever fucking reason. But I was just hot on picking either for or against the Cardinals because I was pretty 50-50 on it, but I was right almost every time.
And hey, that was a good way to treat the Cardinals that year. But yeah, 46% of the bets, 64% of the money coming in on Cardinals minus the 6.5. I really like the team we have this year. I don't know what that defense is going to do to stop James Conner or Trey McBride, or if Kyler Murray sticks to his promise. And he promised me this year, Noah, in a random interview he did early in the offseason that he was going to run the ball more. He promised me. So hopefully Kyler gets some yards under his belt. Give me a him anytime touchdown. Give me Cardinals minus the 6.5. Noah, I think this game's going to be over by halftime, and Spencer Rattler may be benched by the third quarter.
I was just going to say, I got 2 words for you with this game, and it's Spencer fucking, what? That's 3. Spencer Rattler. Need I say anything else? He's like, I don't know. I've read a couple people saying, oh, he looks much improved, like blah, blah, won the starting job. I'm like, okay, beat a 4th-round rookie in Tyler Show for the starting job with no other competition. The Saints are going to be so fucking bad this year. I do think they are going to be the 3rd winless team in NFL history. I said that when we were doing our divisional breakdowns. I agree. This game's over by half. This game is over by half. I'm not touching the over-under at 43.5 because I could see the Cardinals up 31-6, and then, Rashid Shaheed gets like 2 garbage time touchdowns and the over hits. Or he doesn't, and then it's 31-6 at the end of the third quarter and 31-6 at the end of the game because Cardinals have their backups in and the Saints just still can't do fucking shit.
Yeah.
So, staying off that over-under. I love the Cardinals minus 6.5. One of my favorite plays this week. Mainly because I think the Saints are going to be so fucking terrible this year.
So bad. This year.
This is the years and years in a row of going into the offseason with negative 70, negative 80, or 70, 80, 90 mil over the cap space and doing all these gymnastics, as we kept saying, kicking the damn can down the road for what? Because they weren't even making the playoffs half the time. And now it's time to pay the piper, and you got a shit roster with no quarterback, and all you have is Alvin Kamara.
That's all.
Olave's decent. I can't say much else. They
No.
got like one or two good pieces on the defense, but it's the NFL. You got 22 starters, four decent pieces are not gonna get you much.
Absolutely not. No. What do we got next on the slate?
Especially when one of those is not a quarterback or an edge rusher.
Yeah. Yeah, especially. But where are we headed next, bud?
Next, we are going to Indianapolis for the Dolphins at the Colts. Can't say I'm super excited about this game in either direction. I had the spread at 1.5 in favor of the Colts on DraftKings. This one, a pick 'em on Caesars. Again, shop your lines, but wow, yeah, I don't know. Over under sitting at 46 here, 47.5 on DraftKings. I don't have a lot good to say about either of these teams. I really don't. I am on the Dolphins money line on this one, though. I do think there's just more firepower on that Dolphins offense than the Colts have on either side of the ball. I'm not excited about the Dolphins defense at all. This game could totally go either way, so pick'em is probably appropriate here. I am going to ride with the road team, though. I don't think we see a big resurgence to Daniel Jones's career in this game. And I think week one, the Dolphins track team will be okay.
I get it. 69% of the bets, 81% of the money on the Dolphins. So I find this move to a pick 'em at some books very interesting.
Little reverse line movement there.
A little reverse for you there. And I think a lot of people jumping on that pick 'em with the Dolphins or that 110 on the money line. I mean, money line's a little bit more split. 50% of the bets, 79% of the money coming in on the Dolphins. So just not a lot of big money coming in on the Colts. First disagreement of the season. No, I'm going Colts on the money line here. I truly think this is going to be a better Colts team than we had last year. Not a good Colts team, but a better Colts team than last year. I think the dissension in the locker room with the Dolphins, unless all of that got figured out and they just wanted to publicize the drama for, to think that there was issues in the locker room, which is totally possible, but I like the direction the Colts are going. I like Danny Dimes in there with a strong running back, strong O-line, and a couple weapons there, and a defense that they've always had a good, solid defense. They've just always been gassed because the offense can't stay on the field. So I'm rolling with the Colts here on the money line or at the pick 'em. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Don't fully disagree with that. I think the Mike McDaniel gimmick has been run out at this point.
It's starting to, yeah.
And I am calling it a gimmick because he had a lot of support. People were with it. I think the team was with it. And then as soon as the team stopped winning games, people are like, yeah, this guy does not sound or look like a head coach. And not in a way that people or the public likes anymore. They liked it for a season when the Dolphins were winning. And now it's like, all right, because he acts the same when they fucking lose. And is just like, man, a little emo kid, like, I don't want to be here.
And I mean, Belichick did the same thing, but it's different coming from him. And, the peak of this Mike McDaniels run was when they put up like 57 points that one game or whatever ridiculous amount they put up. But that was the peak of it. It's definitely on the down spire now. But where are we going next, Noah?
Next, we are going to head to a real exciting game here, which actually will probably be a good game. I might be watching this. The Raiders playing Foxborough at the Patriots. Two teams who are coming off of terrible seasons. Two teams that figure to be improved over what was on the field last year. New head coaches in both of them. We got Pete Carroll going up against Mike Vrabel, two guys who have been around the game a long time, two guys who do not take any nonsense in their locker rooms. I think Patriots have a little more hype than the Raiders do going into this season. I expect Las Vegas to be feisty. I don't expect them to be good. Patriots also are probably going to be feisty. Could be anywhere, I think, in my mind, from the same level as the Raiders to actually maybe competing for a wild card spot towards the end of the season. A lot to be shown there. There's a lot of new pieces in New England, so I'm not going to make any bold predictions or guarantees at this point. I think 3 points is appropriate here. 3 points, 2.5 points for the home team. Basically saying this would be a pick 'em on neutral field. I think I'm riding with New England. I'm just being the home team here. I think Drake May still has a lot to prove. I think a lot of people are giving him. A lot of people are putting the cart ahead of the horse with Drake May.
I would
He
agree.
looked decent last year. Does he have a sophomore slump or not? Because if he does, New England's not going to be very good. They still need more pieces around Drake May. So he's got a little bit of an uphill battle still. Versus the Raiders, you got a veteran in Geno coming in. They've added some pieces for Geno and Ashton Genty. He's got Brock Bowers, bringing Amari Cooper back. This is going to be a tough one. I do think this is going to be kind of a fun game to watch, though. So I am excited for that. But I'm riding with the home team here on New England with just a 2.5 point spread. I'm okay with the field goal on that.
I get it. The public, though, is starting to think a lot more about the Brock Bowers, Genty, Geno Smith, Pete Carroll combination, though. 63% of the bets, 71% of the money coming in on the Raiders at 2.5. Opened up at 3. The public moving it down to 2.5 here. But a lot of money coming in. The book not moving it that much. I'm all good fading the public here. Give me the Patriots minus the 2.5 or at the 3 even. I would take them at. I just at home with two new teams, just kind of together, 2 new head coaches. I like the home team a lot more and where Drake May was going and more importantly, where that offense as a whole was going last season and how that defense looked. And so I like the Patriots as a more well-rounded team in this one.
Yeah, oddly enough, I've got a little more faith in the Raiders offense than the Patriots at this point. However, the Raiders selling off pretty much all of the good pieces of their defense, not named Max Crosby, has me a little bit nervous.
As it should.
But I think I'm also going under 43.5 in this one.
Vrabel versus Carroll, absolutely.
Yeah, 2 very young teams, but you took the words out of my mouth. Look at the 2 damn head coaches. You got Mike Vrabel and Pete Carroll, and these are 2 guys that care a shit ton about defense, maybe more than they care about offense. And so I think this is going to be the hardest hitting game out of any of the week 1 games. These guys are going to be flying around, hitting each other harder and more aggressively than any other game.
Yeah,
but that's they're head coaches. That's
there might be some targeting calls in this game. Like, I know it's not a foul in the NFL, but there might be some targeting calls in this one.
Yeah. No, which is why I think it's going to be a fun one to watch. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I like it. Where we go next?
Next, we are going to go to the 2 teams that decided to swap quarterbacks in the offseason here. Pittsburgh Steelers playing at the New York Jets. This is going to be a revenge game for somebody. Somebody's getting revenge, if you will.
A double revenge game.
Yeah, I don't know if it's fair to call it revenge for Aaron Rodgers because I don't think he's really revenge. Justin Fields, after Pittsburgh, benching him for Russell Wilson after starting 4-2 last year, or 4-1, 4-2,
something like that. Yeah,
I think he was 4-1 to start the season. He got one more start later on because of injury or whatever. Ended up with a 4-2 record as starting quarterback. Didn't look half bad and then gets kicked to the curb. He's now the starting quarterback in a shitty situation with the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers takes over with a better situation with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's still a 2.5 point spread. New head coach Aaron Glenn with the New York Jets. Old head coach with Mike Tomlin and the Steelers. We know Mike Tomlin. He's been around forever. I think the under 38.5 is appropriate in this one. I'm kind of leaning towards the under anyways, as low as it is, because this is Steelers football. Their defense is going to show up. I don't think the Jets are going to get a whole lot going on offense at all in this game, so I do have to take Pittsburgh. Not that I think Pittsburgh's offense is going to be overly impressive. The Jets should have a top 10, if not top 5 defense again. This is going to be a defensive fucking showdown. I just think when it's all said and done, as much as I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a phenomenal season, I still trust 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers more than I trust Justin Fields to at least push the ball down the field once or twice to get a nice drive going. Pittsburgh, they're the only team who's in NFL history that's won multiple games without scoring a touchdown. They've done it twice. This could be a candidate for the third time ever.
It could be.
I think it's only happened 5 times in NFL history. The Steelers have done it twice, and Chris Boswell has been the kicker who has scored every single point both times that's happened. If you got Boswell on your fantasy team, I think this is going to be a really nice game for you.
I agree. No, I'm on the Steelers minus the 2.5, 3 as well. Public is as well. 60% of the bet, 72% of the money. Again, love Aaron Glenn. Respect what he did in Detroit. Going to take a hell of a lot longer than one off season to get the pieces he wants and build that team how he wants and coach it how he wants. And so,
I mean, he for a guy who is a defensive mind, he inherited a phenomenal defensive roster. So
true. I guess more offensively and everything.
Well, I guess Robert Saleh was
Robert Saleh's defense too.
Well,
I mean, it didn't show, but
yeah, he was a Super Bowl or an NFC championship winning defensive coordinator.
Yeah. But yeah, give me the Steelers minus the 3. Give me DK Metcalf anytime touchdown. I think they're going to get him one this time.
Ooh, see, I don't like any player anytime touchdown in this one.
I get it.
Maybe I'll take the prop bet that's out there under the
touchdown.
No touchdowns. It's probably at like 18,000, and I might just do it on this game.
Touchdown score.
Steelers win 12-6. No touchdown scored.
Last touchdown score. No. Do they have it? Game props? No. Overtime margins. Other. No, but can I interest you in Jets total touchdowns under 1.5 at plus 140?
Under 1.5?
At plus 140.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
What are the Steelers at?
They don't have a line. Still early in the week, but something to think about.
Man, that's just rude there.
Where do you want to go next?
That is just rude. DraftKings no touchdown scorer is only at 4,500, which is not. I guessed 18,000. 4,500 is probably not going to do it for me.
That's too low for a unit.
Even the books. Sorry. The book's like, oh, this is too real of a possibility.
We've seen this before. We're not going to let you guys eat on this one.
Yeah, 45-1. I'm not taking those odds.
You go on one of those prediction markets, you can probably find something that would be juiced up. Because what the hell does that public know about sports betting? Well, I know some sports gamblers are starting to go that direction, but
I could probably cook together some same game parlay that would pay me out better odds and effectively be the same bet.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's probably a little more risk, but probably with a much higher payout if I just like fuck around with a little same game parlay on that. We're gonna stay in the Meadowlands here. We're gonna go to the other side of it with the New York Giants not playing in the Meadowlands, but New York Giants at the Washington Commanders, another divisional matchup here. Got the new look Giants against last year's sweetheart in the Washington Commanders. 6-point spread on this one. Washington favored. Over under sitting at 45.5. This one ought to be interesting. I haven't heard anything different. Still sounds like Russell Wilson will be starting this game at quarterback. I did take Malik Neighbors with the first round pick. Slid all the way to fucking 10. I was over the fucking moon about that. Over the moon. I think he might be wide receiver 1 fantasy wise. He's going to have some insane fucking target share. But we are here to talk about the spread and the over under. Yeah, this ought to be interesting. I think the Giants are a sneaky contender to have a top 5 defense in the NFL this year.
I get it.
Do I think their offense is going to do much? No, not really. I don't. But I think their defense, especially their defensive front, which may be the best front 4 in the NFL, I think now they got a little bit of additional competition with the Packers with Micah Parsons coming in there. But that front four in the Giants is problematic. It is problematic for opposing offensive lines. Jaden Daniels, he's phenomenal, but if he falls into a little sophomore slump, or if they're putting some insane pressure on him, if he can't deliver the ball to his wide receivers, who are Terry McLaurin,
Yeah.
Where else are we on that depth chart?
Hold on. I think they got one other name that plays wide receiver. Oh, come on, Deebo Samuel.
Oh, I forgot they picked up Deebo. Deebo's gonna be running a lot out of the backfield.
For sure.
A very, very fucking crowded backfield there in Washington after getting rid of Brian Robinson Jr. Eckler listed as a starting running back. And then you got a bunch of young rookie second-year guys who are unproven, untested in the league, and it's kind of wide open there. It's going to be tough for fantasy. I think Washington's going to be running at least 3 running backs deep, in addition to having Deebo taking snaps out of the backfield. But, Eckler's getting older. Ertz is getting older. If Jaden Daniels, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if Jaden Daniels does have a little bit of a sophomore slump, I could see this Washington team falling short of the playoffs this year. I could see some slight regression from them. I think the Giants got better over last year, although I don't have a lot of faith in Russell Wilson. We'll see what Jackson Dart can amount to, or if we see Jameis at any point. I think I got to go with Washington minus the 6 in this one, though. If this line was up at 8, I might be thinking twice about that. But 6 at home, I'm okay laying that.
Yeah, and I mean, the public's pretty mixed on this one. 49% of the bets, 56% of the money coming in on the Commanders minus that 6.5. But everyone and their mom on the money line here. I'm echoing everything you said, Noah. I think the Giants will have a good defense. I think that they will figure it out on offense later in the season when Jackson Dart gets in there. But give me the Commanders minus the 6 here. And do they have a line? I just got a feeling, Noah. I just want to see if they have a line for this. Oh, and it's pretty low. That's interesting. They must be getting a lot of bets on it. Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, a.k.a. Bill, plus 175 anytime touchdown. That seems pretty low for a rookie in this game. But
he's plus 1. This is all fucking media hype right now.
That's all media and bets. I bet you he's one of the most bet players to score a touchdown this weekend.
Yeah. Because he's been all over social media. People love him. His fucking ADP in fantasy drafts jumped up to like 75.
Oh, it was insane.
Which is crazy because you know what's really funny is Washington just released their unofficial depth chart for week 1. And guess who's RB3? 4.
I thought he was 4. He's 4.
Guess who's RB4 on that? Behind another rookie. He's not even the number 1 rookie on their running back depth chart right now. Yes, there's a lot of speculation that he will eventually take that over, but to no surprise, which is funny because Eckler ADP-wise in fantasy was going about 5 picks lower than Ja'Cory.
That was crazy.
And I'm sitting there like, I unfortunately didn't get a good opportunity to take Eckler. I think he's going to be a great first half running back, just like I think Aaron Jones is going to have a great first half of the year and then eventually get phased out, much like Rachaad White did by Bucky Irving last year. If you didn't take Jordan Mason, if somehow Jordan Mason is a free agent in your fantasy league, please do yourself a favor. Just stash him on your roster because he will be the Vikings running back 1 by about halfway through the season. And Bill may take over at some point. He may not. And that's the thing. If Eckler it comes out and is playing decent, like whatever. But that running back room is going to be split the entire season regardless of what happens. Anyways, yeah. Washington minus 6, I think. I wish this line was more around like 4 or 4.5, but because I do have, unlike last year and the year before, I do this year have a little bit of faith in the Giants to like do some things right.
All right. I agree. No, let's keep it moving.
Too.
Yeah, true. What do we go next?
Next, we are going to Carolina at Jacksonville. 2 teams that I think are up and coming. 2 teams that I think are making strides in the right direction. They're going to have improvements over last year. 3.5-point spread in favor of Jacksonville, the home team. Over under sitting at 47. What do you got here, AJ?
I think I'm on your side, Noah, here. I'm going with the Panthers on this one. 57% of the bets, 52% of the money. Like the way Bryce Young was progressing. I like the offense that they got around him right now. Fun fact, Trevor Lawrence has historically played bad against the Carolina Panthers, the defensive coordinator. He was over in, Denver a couple of years ago. Trevor Lawrence only threw for like 100 yards. And the last time he played him last year, not pretty either. So, give me Carolina on the money line here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one too. Much like Vegas and New England, two teams that I don't expect to make the playoffs, except for Carolina, I do. But that was more of a hot take. Playoffs, we'll see. I'm excited to see what Liam Cohen's offense does here with Jacksonville.
Dude,
I mean, no fucking shortage of weapons with Jacksonville's offense. He, unlocks some shit in Baker Mayfield. The big question, can he do the same with Trevor Lawrence? You got BTJ, who's already a proven massive threat at wide receiver. Travis Hunter coming in. I really think they'd just be wise not to play him both ways. Just let him play wide receiver. Don't have him get too gassed. I don't know. It sounds like he's going to be a primarily wide receiver and will probably also play snaps at DB if they're throwing him in nickel or dime packages. I don't know what their game plan is with that. We'll see as the season progresses. But I think Bryce Young is going to take huge strides this year. I wish they hadn't traded away Adam Thielen, though, because I thought that was going to be a really good compliment to Teteroya McMillan. With Coker starting the season on IR, Xavier Legette has not been what he has not lived up to his draft capital there, getting taken, I believe they traded in at 31, 32 overall, whatever it was, to take Legette. We'll see if he makes strides his sophomore season, but I'm going to take Carolina just because of the 3.5. And I do think Carolina's defense is much improved. They're probably going to look pretty nice on the defensive side of the ball. Not saying they're going to be top 10 in the league, but I don't know what the fuck Jacksonville's defense is going to look like. I do think their offense will look much improved, but I really don't know what the fuck their defense is going to be. So yeah. I'm slamming over 46.5 in this one, and I'm taking Carolina to keep this within a field goal.
All righty, where we had to go next?
Next, we are going to the Battle for Ohio. Cincinnati playing at the Cleveland Browns to open up the season. Divisional matchup here. 5-point spread. Over under 48. Kind of hate all those numbers all around the board, but what do you got on this one, AJ?
Ugly numbers, but Noah, I think we're about to see history here. For the first time in 4 years, the Bengals are going to win on opening night. I have zero to no faith in anything that has to do with this Cleveland Browns team. Give me the Bengals minus the 5 and the over 48. This Bengals team is going to need to get ahead and keep staying ahead in order for that defense to not give up enough points, and I think they know that. So give me the Bengals minus the 5.
Also, all over the over with you. This may be a surprise to you, though, but I'm going to take the Browns to actually cover the spread on this one at home. Okay. I think we're going to see a good old-fashioned fucking shootout here. Old man Joe Flacco is going to just be feeding the fucking ball to Jerry Jeudy.
True.
And on the opposite side, we're just going to have Joe Burrow feeding the ball to take your pick. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Chase Brown, whoever the fuck he wants to. And I don't have a lot of faith in either of these defenses to do much, to be honest. So, yeah, we're going over.
Give me Jamar and Jerry Jeudy to plus touchdowns.
Oh, that would be a fun one.
That's a fun little one.
I was huge on Jerry Jeudy in fantasy because I think he's going to get some insane target share.
I see it. Where are we going next?
Next to round out our early slate, Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Another divisional matchup going on here.
Yep.
Falcons are 2.5 point dogs at home. 47. DraftKings has this one at, oh, sorry, I was looking the line too far down. Yeah, 47 and a half over under. This one ought to be interesting to start the season. Are we overhyping the Falcons? Like, is the public overhyping the Falcons again?
Yes. Yes, Noah. Yes, they absolutely are.
I mean, we saw how not great Penix looked last season, right? In the games that he did play.
Like, he looked fine. Like, was it better than Kirk Cousins at the time? Sure. But
Maybe.
I probably would have wrote it out, hindsight being 2020.
I would say arguable if he even looked better than Kirk. I mean, Kirk didn't look great last season, but did Penix really look much better? I don't know.
Not really at all. And I mean, going back through his stats last year, like it was fine for a rookie, but I feel like everyone was like, we were just at that point where like it was a rookie that wasn't overly bad, and so we're like, oh, okay, maybe he's got something. I don't know what Atlanta's thinking here, but no, I'm with you. I think everyone's overhyping and it's going on to the public too. Line opened up at 1.5, now moving to 2.5, depending on the book. You're looking at 58% of the bet, 67% of the money on the Falcons, Noah, and you know what we love to call that. That's some good old reverse line movement for you there.
Yeah, here's where I'm at with this one. Unless Tampa Bay has massively regressed from not having Liam Cohen on offense, I think they're going to be A-okay. I think they cover this no problem. And I am sleeping big time on the Falcons this year. I did hot take the Panthers to win this division, but I think it's going to come down to the Panthers and the Buccaneers in this division, to be completely fucking honest with you.
I can see it.
I think the Falcons are a confident third for me, and New Orleans is an even more confident last place.
Yeah, I can see that. Put on my card as well, Emike Egbuka, plus 180 anytime touchdown.
He's gonna have such a nice season.
I got him stashed away on the bench for fantasy. I'm excited.
Oh, I think Egbuka rookie year is going to be wide receiver 1. Even when Chris Godwin comes back, I think it's going to run through Egbuka, Mike Evans 2, and then Chris Godwin number 3. Both of them getting a little older, but Egbuka's the future here.
He is.
Yeah.
All right, no, let's get into that afternoon slate, huh?
Yeah, afternoon slate, another divisional matchup. The San Francisco 49ers playing at the Seattle Seahawks. Another narrow spread here. 2.5 points, over under at 43 on this one. A lot of different opinions on what the Niners are going to look like this year. Some people have them going all the way as NFC champs, playing in the NFC Championship game. Other people have them finishing 3rd or 4th in the division. It's all over the fucking board. They come in as 2.5 point favorites playing at rival Seattle. What do you got going on in this game, AJ?
This is going to be a spooky game, Noah. I know Halloween is a month away, but this is going to be a very spooky game, Noah, because I see a lot of ghost on this field. I really do. And I know the 49ers defense.
You and Sam Darnold both.
I know the 49ers defense isn't what it used to be. And I still think it's going to be enough of an issue. That Seattle offensive line didn't overly impress me last year. And so I think just a couple of good packages are going to be able to get through that, get some pressure on Sam Darnold early, get him seeing them ghost going. With that being said, Noah, and you can go ahead and take this how you will, but I don't see either defenses playing particularly well in this game. I do like the over 43 in this one. I know it's a divisional matchup and not a lot on offense for either of these teams. I mean, you could argue Seattle's got a little bit more firepower right now than the 49ers, but I'm rolling with San Francisco minus the 2.5, and I think if they're going to win this game, it's going to be a shootout. Give me over 43.
Yeah, this one's a tough one. I'm actually on the opposite end here. I'm going with the underdog at home because I do think these teams are very evenly matched. Seattle has put a lot of capital into building this offensive line. And if what they've done in the offseason works out the way it looks on paper, I think this offensive line is going to protect Darnold, give him time and space to feed the ball to JSN. And I think Cooper Kupp's actually potentially in for a resurgent season after a down season last year. I'm okay. I'm okay with taking Seattle plus the 2.5. I'll probably extend that to a little money line bet come Sunday as well. Going to stay off of the over under here, but I'm going to say Seattle comes out on top. But this is the NFC West, and whenever there's a coin flip game, it feels like in the NFC West, the road team, for whatever fucking reason, the road team always wins. Like, all of these teams are going to split games against each other in the regular season, but the road team's going to win every fucking time. And it makes no sense. It makes no sense. But you should know well enough, AJ, as a Cardinals fan, for whatever reason, that's how the NFC West operates.
Home fans aren't really allowed to be happy during divisional matchups most of the time, except last year when we watched that Rams game. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was fun. Where do we go next?
Next, we are going into our largest spread of the week. The Tennessee Titans, who finished last place in the NFL last year, number 1 overall pick Cam Ward, going into Denver Mile High Stadium to play the Broncos.
That's mean. That is so mean. I'm sorry. Can we just take a second for that? I'm not even talking about like scheduling him against the Broncos. I'm talking about you got a rookie quarterback and his first game is going to be at altitude. You shitting me, dude? That's just rude.
Well, just think about how much easier every other game is going to be after.
I get that, but still, it's just rude. They knew they were going to get a rookie.
Yeah, throw him into the deep end and see if he can swim, right? I mean, play a top 5 defense at altitude and see what the fuck happens here. DraftKings has us at an 8.5 point spread, over under 42.5.
Yes, sir.
I think this one made me think a lot, like way more about it than I anticipated. This number at 8.5, I was just like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if you got that, AJ, but this definitely made me think. I am going to take the Broncos, even though I fucking hate the line here, just because it's a rookie quarterback in his first game in a really tough environment, like you said, at altitude. But I think if these two teams met about week 7 or 8, I would definitely be going Tennessee plus the 8.5. But right now, just because it's week 1 with a rookie quarterback, they tend not to shine unless their name is CJ Stroud. Yeah, we're going Denver. I'm probably going under here too because I don't know what Tennessee's defense is going to look like. Probably not great, but I am a certified Bo Nix hater, so yeah, you can go ahead and pencil me in for that under.
I like the under too. Give me the Broncos minus the 8.5. Just everything you said. I mean,
yeah. Moving on to our 10 minutes later than the first two on the afternoon slate, or 20 minutes, whatever the fuck it is. This one's gonna be a fun one, AJ. We got the Texans, 2 division winners last year. Texans going to LA to play the Rams. 3-point spread on this one, over under at 43.5, 44, depending on where you're looking. Rams are favored in this one. I'm not sure they should be. I am not sure they should be. I saw this. I immediately, and I know Houston did kind of fizzle out a little bit second half of last year. CJ Stroud didn't look as magical as he did his rookie year. But this is his 3rd season now. I think CJ Stroud's going to come out and have a phenomenal season. Nico Collins is going to absolutely torch this Rams defense. And they got a pair of receivers out of Iowa State that I think are both going to play a big role this year, including a running back room with Joe Mixon starting the year on the IL, but a Nick Chubb that they got for cheap as fuck. If he looks like Nick Chubb, oh God, that's going to look like the most genius move in the offseason. If not, they do have a couple young rookie running backs in the backfield that could be poised to take some decent snaps. But I think Houston goes in there in what, as we know, when you play in LA, it's not really a true away game. And I think Houston takes care of business and probably wins this outright, but I'll take the +3.
Give me the Rams minus the 3 here. I am all over. I understand the concerns about Stafford and everything like that, but I don't think it's as big of a deal. I think they made it a bigger deal than it actually is to reverse 49ers on us. this year. I like that wide receiver room, like Kyron Williams in the backfield. I like where the defense was at to close out the season. I mean, I think this is a squad that's ready to go again, and I think they're going to be solid. Give me the Rams -3 at home.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I did pick the Rams to win this division, but I think it's going to be a tough game. And also, I think there's going to be about 3 games separating first and last place in the NFC West.
True.
So it's so hard to choose there.
Yeah.
But for our next game, AJ, this may be the most exciting game of the week. I don't know if it's just because I'm a huge Packers fan, but you got the Lions going to Green Bay week 1. Oh, this is going to be fucking fun. This line has moved. Not a ton.
A lot.
I think the Lions were like only 1.5 point favorites
when
they first dropped the lines for this season. But obviously, then the draft happened. That was pre-draft. Then the draft happened. And then we got the Micah Parsons news. Packers now 2.5 point favorites at home. Not dogs, favorites. Lions obviously losing 2 coordinators. I think that's going to make a big impact. I don't know how many. I only anticipate Micah Parsons is going to be in 30-40% of plays on defense, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, let me tell you the play call. Go get quarterback. Go find that quarterback.
And that is the entire thing is Lions also have some like two or three new additions in their offensive line this season, which is a big reason I think they're going to have some big regression. Losing 2 coordinators, you got turnover at basically 2.5 out of your 5 positions at offensive line with some untested guys, specifically on the interior. Watch for Micah Parsons to get lined up in a couple packages in the inside. And I don't think Goff's going to have a very fun day in Green Bay. I think the Packers take care of business. When they meet later in the season in Detroit, I think the Lions are going to be much more equipped and ready for it. But I might outline this up to 7 or 8. I might be riding too high on the Micah Parsons trade still, but I think Packers in front of the home crowd that's going to be more amped than they ever have for a season opener are not going to disappoint.
Do you think they announced the defense at this game so that they can get Micah Parsons and get that crowd going?
Oh, I don't know, but I love the number changes too. Matthew Golden, 22 was not the right number for you. He goes to 0. Micah Parsons taking number 1, and it's going to be a fucking electric atmosphere, I think, there.
I'm with you.
At Lambeau Field, and I think the team's going to feel that. They're going to ride that. I wouldn't be shocked to see a blowout. I don't think it'll be a blowout because the Lions are good enough that shouldn't happen. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think Packers win by 7 to 10 points, if I'm being honest.
79% of the bet, 77% of the money is on who, Noah?
On Green Bay, baby.
On the Lions at plus 2.5. On the Lions plus 2.5, 49% of the bet, 73% of the money on the Lions money line at plus money. Not only are they coming off the Micah Parsons trade, but you get to fade the public here. Give me the Packers minus that 2.5 and buy into some of that hype a little bit. I love it, Noah.
I would love somebody, and if anybody watching has all the data in front of them, break down when a team loses both coordinators, how well they respond the following year, because that.
Can't imagine it's good.
I mean, hiring the right coordinators can be like striking gold sometimes, and losing 2 of them makes it even harder to replace that. So we'll see. Especially with the head coach who is not a play caller. Like Dan Campbell doesn't call plays on the offense or the defense. So,
all right, you ready to get to Sunday night?
Yeah, let's do it. This is going to be a really fun Sunday night game to open the season. Baltimore going to Buffalo in Orchard Park. 1 point spread in this one. Might as well have just been a pick 'em. I think they should have, but whatever. They didn't. Over under sitting at 50.5, and I know it's a primetime game, AJ, but I'm hoping it's the over. I don't know if I'm picking that officially, but I got Baltimore taking care of business here, oddly enough, to start the season. I think Lamar is going to do it. Josh Allen, for whatever reason, doesn't always show up 100% in games against the top-tier teams.
I know, doesn't
Actually,
he?
he does show up. The rest of his team doesn't like to show up, but
Yeah. Josh Allen is going to have some ridiculous stat line, like 100% completion rating for 300 yards, but only
and
2 touchdowns, and they still
by
lose.
6.
Yeah, something like that. 61% of the bet, 71% of the money coming in on the Ravens here. I'm usually, the voice of reason in the room when it comes to talking about the Buffalo Bills and their expectations. And I gotta say, Noah, I'm pretty high on them this year, higher than I have been on them in the past.
What have they done
And
differently than they have previous? I mean, it's like they look the exact same every year coming into the season.
but they haven't. They haven't though. They looked different last year. I like the way that offense was flowing a lot more. I liked what they did. Defensively in the offseason through the draft and through free agency, and I think it's going to help them out a lot. I think this team's going to be going in the right direction. Give me Buffalo at home on the money line.
All right.
All right. Fucking A. Do we have to talk about this?
All right, last game of the week here, AJ. Vikings at Bears Monday night. Bears only 1.5-point dogs at home. Over under at 44. This is a little interesting to me. I know the Vikings have JJ McCarthy coming in without playing a single game, but let's not forget, what did the Vikings go 14-2 last season?
Yeah, with Sam Darnold.
There is so much hype and belief behind this Bears team from about half of the people that you pay attention to, and there is so much doubt from the other half. And there is zero in between. Like, it's crazy, right? Nobody thinks the Bears are just going to be some average, mediocre team, maybe fighting for a wild card spot. It's either like, oh, the Bears are winning the NFC North, or they're finishing last. Nobody's got to go in second or third. It's a little bit crazy because we don't see that very often, but no. I don't know if you got thoughts on that.
Nothing. I mean, people are just tired of getting burned by the Bears, takes and everything, and they're more open now to talking mid-road instead of going hot take central about rookie quarterbacks and first-year head coaches.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Nobody's talking mid-road. Either people are picking the Bears to win the NFC North, or they're picking them dead last. And
I know. My point being, they're tired of getting burned by the Bears, and it's like, well, yeah, guys, what the fuck have they done differently in the last decade and a half to show you that they've done anything different? Anyway.
Well, I would say 4 decades, but
I mean, you're not wrong, but.
Yeah, I'm not a big believer. I don't have a lot of faith in JJ McCarthy, but I think the Vikings cover 1.5 just fine in Chicago to open up the season.
This is a strict fade the public play for me, or else I really wouldn't be betting on this game. 58% of the bet, 67% of the money coming in on the Vikings. Give me the Bears on the money line, and I'll just cross my fingers and pray. I think that's all you can do in this game. Either way, you're betting on it.
Bears lose by missing a field goal.
No, triple doink. First ever. That's how we're going to start the season.
Bears are going to be down 1 or 2, get into field goal range as time's expiring, and it's just going to get hooked way.
Oh, and it's going to be shorter than an extra point too. It's, perfect conditions and everything. And Santos, Captain Cairo Santos.
Hey, that just feels Bears to me.
Bears.
Really gets you inspired. But that is our NFL Week 1 slate. I know you said rapid fire. That wasn't quite rapid, but
yeah. Do you think we can get college done in 30 minutes, or you want to kick it to tomorrow?
Because
my meds are wearing off.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with just doing our college slate tomorrow with a little intermingled commentary on the Cowboys Eagles. If you are, AJ.
I'm down, brother. I'm down.
Alrighty. Yeah, let's plan on that then. It'll be primarily our college slate with obviously we'll have the game on in the background, so probably some commentary on that a little bit as well. But I've been the Brofict one. Nope, that's not right. I've been the money train. This is the Brofict one. AJ did that on purpose. See, it's a little gag.
You're funny.
Shout out! I forgot to shout out all of
there
our.
You go.
Yeah. See.
You got to remember a lot of stuff when you open and close the show, Noah.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to our 5,087 followers.
Not close, but sure.
Close enough. Yeah. Anyways,
Rumble, YouTube X, y'all are the best.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. You wanna handle the rest of the closing, AJ?
Thank you for listening and watching. I'm the Brofect one, AJ. That's the Money Train Noah. We'll see you guys next time on Degenerate Takes.
That's why I don't do that.
It's that